Hello everyone, welcome back to Avery's Apron. My name is Avery and it is comfort food time. I'm so excited guys, because this is the time of year where it's getting kind of chilly and you just want to stay in and eat all the good food that makes you feel warm and cozy inside, right? At least that's how I feel anyway. And meatloaf is one of those recipes at my house, okay? Meatloaf and a good old pile of mashed potatoes, all right? But today I'm going to be showing you how I make this meatloaf. It's super easy to pull together, so let me show you how I did it. Okay, so in my skillet here, I've got a couple tablespoons of butter and a little drizzle of cooking oil, and I'm just gonna go ahead and saute my onions, okay? These are two medium-sized yellow onions that I diced up, and I'm just gonna sweat them down for about 10 minutes or so until they are nice and soft and translucent, and then we are gonna go from there. Alright, so as you saw, I added in a little salt and pepper and cooked them down for a bit. And now I'm just going in with a bit of dry thyme. And I'm going to keep sauteing these until they are translucent. Alright, so at this point it's been about 10 minutes. My onions are looking good. They are nice and translucent like I wanted them. And now I'm going in with some tomato paste, okay? I'm going to add this in, give this a stir, make sure my onions are nicely coated in the paste. Then I'm going to turn my heat off and add in a little bit of Worcestershire sauce as well as some chicken broth, okay? I'm going to give that a stir, and then we are going to set these to the side to cool down just a bit while we get our meat ready for our meatloaf. Okay, so now it's time to start mixing everything together so we can form our meatloaf, okay? Just so you know, all of my exact measurements for my seasonings and everything are down in the description box below, okay? So if you want to give this recipe a try, be sure to check that out so you know exactly what I used, okay? So in my bowl here, I've got a pound of 80-20 ground beef as well as 1 pound of ground pork, okay? I am I added in some salt, some pepper, some garlic powder, and a little bit of ground thyme as well, okay? Just kind of reinforcing the flavors that I put in my onion mixture, okay? So as you can see, I just went in with that. It was slightly cooled, and then I'm going in with some eggs that I've beaten, just 2 eggs. I beat them up a little bit, and I'm adding that in, and then I'm adding in some breadcrumbs, just plain breadcrumbs. You can use like the garlic and herb ones or the Italian ones if you want, but I'm just using plain today. And then I'm just gonna go in with clean hands, of course, and kind of just fold all of this together, okay? You don't want to overmix this because it will kind of cause your meatloaf to be a little bit tough. So just fold it together gently until the ingredients are well combined, and then we can go ahead and form our loaf in a pan. Alrighty, so here is my meat mixture, nice and well combined. I'm gonna set this to the side while I mix up the topping for the meatloaf, okay? Now, I am somebody who has always liked the tomato topping on the meatloaf, but I know a lot of people eat it with gravy, so let me know in the comments below, are you somebody who likes it with the gravy or do you prefer the tomato topping? I'd like to know, okay? But anyways, here I am using almost a cup of ketchup, okay? And then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of brown sugar, and a little dash of Worcestershire sauce. I'm just going to mix this up well until the sugar is dissolved, and then we're going to go ahead and top our meatloaf. Okay, so it is time to get our meatloaf ready for the oven. I've just added it to this glass dish here, and I'm going to go ahead and shape it into a nice even rectangular shape, just so that it cooks evenly, okay? Like I said before, you don't want to overwork this because you don't want to toughen up the meat. So just gently pat it together and make sure it's nice and even, like I said, and uniform so that it cooks evenly. And then we are going to go ahead and top it with our tomato mixture. Alright, so like I said, we are just going to spread this sauce out nice and evenly over the top and the sides of our meatloaf. And yes, guys, this sauce is honestly the best part about this recipe. It's so good, especially when you pair it with some garlicky mashed potatoes, okay? So incredibly good. And be on the lookout for that recipe, by the way, because it's coming very soon. My recipe for super creamy garlicky mashed potatoes. They are the best. So good, okay? It's actual heaven, all right? But anyways, I'm just spreading the sauce out. Then this is going to go in a 325-degree oven for about an hour and 15 minutes. And that is going to be it, okay? A little tip for you before I go. Take another pan, fill it up with hot water, put it underneath your meatloaf, and that steam will help the meatloaf not to crack on the top, okay? As you're going to see in this next clip, mine was a little bit cracked, okay, because I forgot to do this, but it works, okay? Put the pan of hot water underneath your meatloaf while it's cooking, and it'll keep your topping nice and smooth, okay? But anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this recipe. I hope you give it a try. Thank you so much for watching as usual, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye!